Hey guys, welcome back to the farm. We love to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly on the farm, and I know a lot of times it looks great and peaceful and super enjoyable to be homesteading. This last weekend was not one of those weekends. We're going to talk about it. We're going to walk around and show you all the animals and what we've got going on, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so last weekend was our first market, and we've been talking about it for half a year now, since last year, what we were planning on doing with all the chickens. And so this last week was our first butchering. So we've got a lot of the chickens butchered. We had a great market. We're gonna walk down and show you what we have left for chickens. But we've also got this going on. I've had this set up for a little bit. We've got some raised garden beds. Jamie's got some ideas what we're going to be planting in here. We've got these raised beds as well. We went with these galvanized ones off Amazon. We'll put a link to those down in the description if that's something you're looking for. They're a little more expensive than the wood ones, but they are going to last forever. So some of the wood ones we did are kind of falling apart, but they're still doing their job. But we went with the galvanized ones. We've got the electric fence up because that monster right there likes to lay in the garlic. But anyway, we've got almost over 60 birds butchered. We pieced most of them out. I should have showed you that while I was up there. We're going to check out that trailer and show you how we're doing our birds for the market this year, which is super convenient compared to what we did last year. But here's our first set of birds from Valley Farms. They're making their way back down the pasture. I've got over 50 in here that I still have to do yet, but they are doing good. We did just take the backs off of these, so they're just two sides, and the front and back is open. But here are these. These will get processed this week still. We've got a bunch of orders for whole birds, and the rest of them will get pieced up for market. But they are doing great. I think they like having this open, getting that cross breeze going through there. We're finally starting to get warm enough that we can have those sides open. So we're going to jump down here and head out to our second batch. They are way down here by the front of the property. Come on. There we go. Almost. There we go. They're down by the front. They started up here and they've traveled all the way down the driveway, and we're starting to make that big loop and go around. So let's get up here and check them out. All right, you guys can see the trail that these birds have been leaving. We lost a lot in that first group. We've talked about that before because we got them so early in the year and it was a little bit cold for them. But that's the risk you run when you're trying to hit a deadline. But these last two batches, we have hardly lost anything. So these guys have about 3 weeks before we start to butcher. They are laying down a great layer of manure for us. And built these trough feeders. I've got more of those built. They are working out great. Obviously the pan waterers, they're working, but it is a lot of labor to get down here and fill these up. Thought about the 5-gallon buckets with the nipples and all that kind of stuff, or the water lines. But I don't want to weigh this thing down. I guess I could take the 5-gallon buckets off when I'm moving it, but it's all a lot of work. We did lose 3 of these the other day. I forgot to put my my brace down in here for the wind, and the wind blew this thing up. Let that car go by. The wind blew this up and we lost 3 birds because of that. So I have to make sure I put those braces down. Cal back there being a jerk to the birds, but this group is doing great. Jamie and I just finished getting our last group out, and they are 3 weeks old. Let's run back up the property and check them out. What a beautiful night. All right, we just finished bringing these out. We didn't record it. You guys have seen us bringing birds out. This is our third batch. We have lost 2. So it's going to only get down into the upper 50s. These guys, the door's sticking. These guys are just 3 weeks old tomorrow, so we've got them out early. We did wrap it 3 sides just in case we get some breeze and some storms. They're figuring out the feeders and waters themselves. Got them out of the brooder. It was time to clean it up. Instead of cleaning it again, we just brought them out to some fresh grass. So like I said, we've lost 2, so it's getting the time of year where it's warming up, and these birds do excellent in that warmer weather when it doesn't get cold down in the evenings. Super excited. It's a lot more butchering for me, but that's what they're here for. So big thanks to Jamie. She's worked all day, comes home, helps me get these birds out. If I can get this lock in, there we go. Get these birds out before it gets dark. I was getting stressed about getting a few things done, but she was there to help. So big thanks to her. There's the chickens, meat chickens anyway. I've got a lot more processing to do this week. We're gonna try and finish up this batch. So we've only got 2 batches out on pasture, and Brooklyn and I are heading tomorrow morning early to go get another batch of 150 meat birds. I know, crazy, right? Anyway, I know some people were wanting to see piglets a couple videos ago, and I said it was just about chickens. That's why we're gonna show everything. So let's get up here and check out some piglets. Okay, as you guys remember, we talked about getting these girls and their piggies out of the farrowing area. Listen, I know it's farrowing. We call it farrowing, so I'm just calling it farrowing. Out of the farrowing barn. Just sounds right to us. That's one of those things we talked about. This is Millie's group. They are looking great. How you guys doing? This old chunky boar right here. They are doing great. That's one of the things on the list that we have not got around to yet. We've got 2 girls moved. We're gonna show you those here in just a little bit. We'll show you who's in the barn first. Millie, you getting ready to get moved? I bet you are. Oh, gotta brush your teeth, girl. So anyway, here's her girls. Here's that little girl with that mask and that cool black leg. Cool markings on her. So Millie's still over here. It's one of many projects that we haven't got to yet, but we're getting there. After we pick up birds, after we butcher birds, then we'll get some pigs moved. So here's Josie's. Her litter is looking great as well. It is a shame those brown ones, that brown and white, the brown turns to like a black, but man, those are cool looking pigs. Her girls are doing good, and boys. How you doing, Jose? You want to say hi to everybody? With it getting hot, we've got these shade cloths up. We got their pools filled. They make wallows next to the pool if they need them. But all the piggies are doing great. So there's Josie and Millie. They didn't get moved. This pig is gone. Do you guys remember who was there? It was Willow. She is over at her new spot over there. We'll go check them out in a minute. This pig's gone too. Remember who was over here? It was our first pig that had piglets. Jelly Bean. She is over at the new spot as well. And Penny is in the next group to get moved. So Jelly Bean and Willow are over at that barn. We'll go check them out. Here's Penny's girls. They were the last group to be born. And they are, I keep saying girls, hey, 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 hey. We can't hear nothing. They were the last. I'm gonna have to stand up so y'all can hear. They were the last group to be born, and they are starting to really fill out nice. They always look so small when you've got other pigs that are older around the farm, but once they start putting on some weight, they start to look really good, especially old Bandy there. How you doing? You don't want to come say hi? Not too close yet, huh? Kids and us have been out here working on these, getting them socialized, and they're starting to get a little bit better. So they're moving next to, we're moving all 5 girls over here. It's just one of those things when you've got a million projects, not all of them get done on the same day, but they're healthy. They've got food, they've got water. They can handle a couple more days in that spot until we get the time to move them over. We've just been super busy with market coming now, and we're gonna be processing pretty much every week, multiple times per week. So it's taking up a little bit of time. So here we go. See if we can sneak up on Jelly Bean. She's nursing her piggies. We just got them moved yesterday. Still need to get their shade cloth and pool. It rained all morning this morning, so we didn't get that up. Doesn't look like it's bothering them. Nice little line at the milk bar there. How you doing, Jelly Bean? You doing okay? I know you could hear me coming with those ears. Those mamas love to sing to their babies while they're nursing. They are getting big. This is the first batch. They are just about ready to go to their new homes. As you can see, they are taking up some room at the milk bar. So there's Jelly Bean. Last over here is Willow. Hey Willow, how you doing tonight? Yeah, your breath stinks. And here is Willow's crew. Looking good. They'll be ready. You guys, I just can't get away from you. That's a good thing. So all the piggies are doing good. I hope this helped you guys get your piglet fix. You guys are really nice, aren't you? Aren't you? Look at those waddles. Waddle, waddle, waddle. So piglets are all doing good. We are working on getting them all moved to fresh ground. Won't be long, we'll have them over. Let's check out the new mamas that will be coming into the farm barn in just a couple of days. All right, guys, the mamas are right here. It's getting to the time of year as well where some of them will sleep outside. If it ain't raining, it's nice and cool, they don't mind sleeping outside. So Delilah, Kelsey's something back there. There's Delilah, she'll be heading to the barn. Large Marge, she's gonna head to the barn. Not you yet, Molly, you're not ready, still got that tongue out. So those two will be going, and it looks like the rest are in the barn here. So there's Betty White. She's not going to the barn. There's Willa Bean. And here's the last one going to the barn, Chloe. So you can see she's probably the furthest along. She is looking large and in charge. She's still got a little while yet for that milk to drop. But hey, Willa Bean. They will be heading to the barn here shortly. That's why we're wanting to get those pigs out of there, so that we can let that area rest, get the poop cleaned out of there, and have it ready for these new mamas. So that's what's going on with the chickens and pigs. Let's go check out some other stuff. All right, guys, it's getting a little dark to keep walking around with the camera, so I figured I'd come back to the hay bale. I just wanted to encourage you guys a little bit. I know we show the animals a lot, and I know we do love showing the animals. I know you guys like the animals, but we always talk about making the change, and we hope it encourages you. If you haven't seen the Make the Change video, go ahead and check that out right here. We're just talking about making a change in a life choice, a relationship, a job. It doesn't mean to come start homesteading. If that's something you want to do, obviously pray about that and do that. But it's anything. It's your job, it's your relationship, it's a diet, it's anything that you need to make that change in. But we do like to show you the good, the bad, the ugly, but man, sometimes this is hard. And we had one of those weekends, and it was weird because I think we were probably just all tired, but it was the first market of the year, and so we were excited about that. And then after that, it was every night we were late butchering, packaging, piecing up birds, and just getting ready for the market. So it was probably mostly a lack of sleep, but I got to a feeling where I was like, why are we doing this? And I can remember 4 or 5 years ago when this was the dream, and I thought to myself, why in the world is this what I wanted to do? And I just was having a negative attitude, and we have a whole bunch to get done. We weren't getting a lot done, and we're running out of days, running out of time to do it. And of course, those storms rolling in, we're trying to get pigs moved, and the best part is Jamie is always there to support me. If I'm in a bad mood, she's usually picking me up, vice versa. If she's in a bad mood, I'm trying to encourage her. It's very rare that we're both in a pretty bad mood. Well, I was in one on Sunday, and I just got to thinking, like, God, why is this where we're at right now? Why did I want to do this so bad? And just having a bad attitude overall. And there was a real storm. There was a bunch of lightning in the back, and you could hear the thunder rolling in, and the wind was just blowing in my face. Dirt was blowing in my eyes, and I could just hear God say, you know, this is what you have been praying for. This is where you wanted to be 4 years ago, and now you have a little storm in your life and you're ready to give up. So I just want to make the change. I think also goes for your attitude, you know, not just something in your life, but your attitude. Obviously, every day is not going to be a good day. And when you have those bad days, sometimes I get to a point in my life where I'm quick to give up on something, and I just forgot, and I felt like God was telling me, this is what you've been praying about for 3-4 years now, even longer, and now you have a little bit of stress, a little bit of setback, and you're ready to just throw in the towel. So it was awesome. I told Jamie about it. She obviously was there supporting me through the whole thing. And I just want to encourage you, if you're having a bad day, or at work, a relationship, or whatever it is, I just encourage you to go to prayer, and don't let one bad day, 2 bad days ruin what your dreams and goals are. So I hope that helps somebody today, wherever you're at. I hope you're willing to not give up, push through the hard times, and know that this, or whatever you're doing, is what you're supposed to be doing. We appreciate you guys following along. Hope I didn't ramble too long. As always, make the change.